Hello and welcome to this beer clipper video. This is the third video in the short series as I build my way through the Aeronautica Imperialis starter box set Skies of Fire, and in this video I'm going to be building the lightning fighters. It's just going to be a short one, just showing you how to assemble them. It might be useful for someone and I enjoyed it, and I'm working towards getting a first game of this, so yeah, I'm just getting myself back into the feeling of it. Hopefully this will also get you excited for that video coming up at some point soon. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you've played this game. Let me know what you think of it. And if you see me doing anything stupid, then don't be shy, do shout. And I will see you again at the end. And thank you very much for watching. So we're going to put together the lightning fighter from the Aeronautica Imperialis Skies of Fire starter box. And yeah, I've got the same tools, so snips and a hobby knife and some Sigmar extra thin for my glue. So I'll go through the first few bits to show you how it works. Most of it is pretty obvious. You have a single sprue for this, which is this sprue here, and the instructions are really good from what I can see. So we're going to take parts 1 and 2 and 3 and stick them all together, and then parts 4 and 5 and stick them to that, and then part 6 and stick them to that. And then you have the options of the weapons, so I'll be deciding which weapons, and then it's done. So it really is a very, very simple build. So on the sprue, if you turn it up this way, you have the numbers next to the parts. So that's number part 1. So let's snip out part 1. And what I always do is I snip carefully with side snips. These are Zerons, they're very nice. Don't want wire cutters, they're too bulky and they will damage the plastic. So you cut that out very carefully. And then I do have a tool for removing mould lines, but I never use it. I just use the hobby knife to come along and just very, very carefully scrape away any leftover bits I don't want on the model, where maybe the side snips have left a little bit of plastic, an artifact. So once that's been cleaned up, it doesn't take very long at all. Just be careful you don't remove something that you want to keep on the model. Then you can stick them together. And as I've said, I'm going to be using the Sigmar extra thin for that, which is great stuff. I like it a lot when it works. There we are. So we've got rid of all of our little bits there. So what we'll do now is we'll cut out part 2, which is this bit here. So I'll do the same thing. Now, it doesn't take very long, a minute or so at most. And then that glues like that. There we are, you can see that's glued together very, very nicely. Now, like I've said, it goes together very, very nicely. So like I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the extra thin. Now, extra thin, you normally want to be applying it only when you've pushed it together, because it should seep in using capillary action. So the way to use it properly is to come along and run your brush to the joints. Now that doesn't always work, so if you find that doesn't work for you, don't feel bad. Just be quick, because it does evaporate quite quickly. So if you try to paint it on like normal glue, you're likely to find there's no glue there when you come to actually put the two pieces together, and it won't bind. But you can see there, just doing that has bound nice and strong. So I won't go into any more detail now. I'll just put some music on and put the rest of this kit together. I'll probably be able to do it in one take. I think it looks like a very simple kit, but that's how I go about it. So you'll see me do all those steps in high speed while I listen to music, and then we'll have a look and see what it looks like at the end. So yeah, let's get to it.
So that's them done, the Lightning fighters. They were relatively easy to do until I got to those missiles under the wings. That was a real pain. And for the other two I did off camera, I actually put the missiles on before I stuck the wings in place, which actually worked a little bit better because it was really, really fiddly. Whatever you were doing, it was fiddly. But they look wicked. They're going to go and get primed now, and I'll obviously as well come and show you what that's done. When that's done, tell you the colours. So yeah, they were pretty easy to put together apart from those missiles. Those missiles were a real fiddly nightmare.
So did you spot the stupid mistake I made? I did eventually. I put the wings on backwards. So what I did was I picked up another box of the Lightning fighters and made them correctly, as you've just seen in the photographs. My first batch will forever be the weirdly malformed Lightning fighters. In my head they're potentially a rebel kind of like squadron, or maybe they're just a slightly differently designed squadron, I'm not sure, or maybe it's just me being stupid, who knows. But anyway, it did make me laugh when it was spotted. I didn't see it, someone else pointed it out to me. So anyway, everyone can make mistakes, but they're quite easy to put together as long as you follow the instructions and don't put the wings on backwards. And even if you do put the wings on backwards, they're really easy to put together, and they look great both ways, but I do think I prefer the real way. So there we are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I always love to read those comments, and they really do inspire me. So yeah, I'll wrap up by saying, as currently I always have to at the moment, the war still goes on in Ukraine, and my thoughts go out to you or anyone you know who may be impacted directly or indirectly by that horrible conflict, that horrible war. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.